Big Bara Tiger. Shingen's one of the newest additions to the Zodiac roster in Dragalia Lost with the latest New Year's banner, bringing big numbers, big survivability, and a big, girthy fan. As always, my name is Xenozilus, and welcome to the Shingen Deep Dive. Let's start with his keystone ability, Tiger's Tenacity. When Shingen takes damage, he gains 2 stacks of Veteran's Metal, a unique buff that stacks up to 3 times. This method of gaining metal has a cooldown of 20 seconds. Shingen also gains a unique Force Strike. While charging this Force Strike, Shingen has knockback immunity and takes reduced damage. While executing the Force Strike, Shingen has knockback immunity, takes reduced damage, and if he takes damage in this way, he gains 3 stacks of metal. Finally, when Shingen has Battle Fervor, a unique buff from his S1, his 3rd and 5th attacks in his combo create cyclones that chase the target. As for his skills, Skill 1 is Furin Kazan. The base effect is 1600% damage, inflicting Stormlash and applying the Tiger's Gambit. This Gambit activates up to 30 applications of debuffs and afflictions, restoring 140% healing potency to the whole team when it activates. For each stack of Veteran's Metal, tapping the screen additional times will add an additional attack. Each attack deals 800% damage, with the first applying a 10% non-stacking strength debuff for 30 seconds, the second inflicting Stormlash, and the third restoring 35% healing potency to Shingen, granting 10 seconds of knockback immunity and granting the Battle Fervor buff for 30 seconds. During Battle Fervor, Shingen can perform the 3 additional attacks without having or consuming Veteran's Metal, but won't refresh Battle Fervor. This skill is also shareable for 7 points, and when shared removes the metal limits, but auto doesn't grant Battle Fervor. Skill 2 is Fearless Tiger, granting 1 stack of Veteran's Metal and a Defense Amp, maxing at Team Amp level 3. During Battle Fervor, this grants a Defense Amp, a 10% max hit point buff to Shingen, and a 70% damage reduction buff for 3 seconds. As for the rest of his kit, Shingen has the standard Axe Defense co-ability, a Team Defense Amp equals Bog Res Chain co-ability, Freeze Res, and Tiger's Ferocity, granting plus 50% damage and 20% strength while Shingen has Battle Fervor. Pretty monstrous. As a result, Shingen can potentially rattle off effectively 6000% damage attacks for as little as 2040 SP during Battle Fervor. It's pretty timing intensive to maintain good Veteran's Battle uptime, however, as Shingen's Force Strike lasts for only a split second. This requires either deep familiarity with a fight to time these Force Strikes to instances of unavoidable damage, or watching for telegraphs or projectiles that you can safely eat. This isn't too tricky in the Iblis fight, but Legend Cielo will have you dancing on the edge of death. Mistime a Force Strike against the wrong mechanic, and you'll end up on the floor. In terms of overall utility, however, Shingen's so-so. He's novel in that he can grant the team Bog Res in solo, but he'll need additional defense ampers to do so reliably. He lacks Dispel, and his team recovery via the Gambit isn't accessible enough to circumvent running a healer. He still does ridiculous amounts of damage, however, with the damage buff from Battle Fervor also carrying into Dragon Form. As for general setup, I'd go for Axe Crit, Stormlash, and Poisoned Punishers, skill damage in the Sinister Dominion slots, and double buffs if appropriate. Maintaining Flurry strength on Shingen can be difficult, and it's not helped with Cielo and Iblis forcing downtime in their fights. I switched things around to run a Bog Resist affinity against Legend Cielo, since the general meta in that fight doesn't lend itself well to good defense amp uptime. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, or drop by my Twitch streams. I stream Wednesdays and Saturdays, 9:30 PM UTC. As always, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.